Hello and welcome to Make Family History 7. Give us a like down here and help us out a bit. Today we're going to talk about one of our workbooks. It's called Unearth Your Heritage. And Unearth Your Heritage is about gathering the information on your ancestors' last resting places, all in one area along with their vital information. So this will track your ancestors' burial using the genealogy numbering system, and it provides space for pictures. It catalogs data on each cemetery and where the cemetery is and where the plots are in order to be able to find and relocate these burial areas in the future. So, the first order of business is to list your ancestors. So we've got a list here with all the reference numbers here on one side, and these reference numbers are the genealogy numbering system. If you look at the tree chart, you're going to see that the maternal side is shaded, just like it is here. And this is just a visual to help you separate one side of the family from the other, because when you see maternal, paternal, but all these different types of titles that all of our ancestors has, it gets a little confusing. So this is a little visual to help us separate those two sides. Now, I'm going to focus on my paternal side of the family. So let's start. I've already filled out my first page. And as you can see here, I go with my grandfather, who's number 4 on the genealogy numbering chart. And that's James William Pearce. And my grandmother, Erma Margaret Hare. Okay, use your maiden name so that people can get back a little further if they need to know. And then we're going to continue with James's father. That would be my paternal great-grandfather, and that's Thomas Levi Pearce, which is number 8. Okay, and then his mother, Lillie Mae Waxter. And then we go to Thomas's father, Charles William Pearce. It goes all the way down here. As you see, it skips on the chart. And his wife, Mary Ann Orem. And then Lillie Mae's, my grandfather's mother's parents, and that would be Charles Waxter. And Lillie Mae, her mother is Mary Ann Orem, and that's number 19. So once I've got my father's side listed, I'm going to go to the family tree, and I'm going to start shading in boxes. Now here's the shading I'm telling you about. Here's the maternal side, here's the paternal side. And what I have just done is my grandfather and my grandmother, and then I went up the chart and I can fill these in. So for number 4, I lightly fill that in, and then I can go on and I can fill in the others to show that I've already started and or finished, however you'd like to do that, my chart. So after that, after we got into the chart, we're going to go to my grandfather's page. Okay, so you see the number 4 again, 4 on the list, 4 on the chart, 4 on the page. That's going to be your grandfather. Okay, and you fill in his name, James William, and the cemetery he's buried at. In this case, it's Lakeview Memorial Park. And I go down, and I should know this section in the plot, and I don't. So what can I do? Well, I can see if it's on Find a Grave, and if it's not, I've happen to have this cemetery's name. So I can actually call them up and see if they have the list, and they can tell me this section of the plot. See, what happens in my case is it's right as you enter. So you go up to the end, you park, you run past a statue, and there they're buried. But future generations aren't going to know that. So we need to have these numbers here for them to find that. Now the description could go down here if you'd like, because in 50 years the entries will probably be the same. So it would probably be the same thing to do. And then down here I have a Find a Grave Memorial number. Now I know we've talked about lasting online pages, but Find a Grave is just a suggestion. So you could use Find a Grave, or you can get the tree and person number for Ancestry, or site and profile information for MyHeritage, or the person number on family search, whichever thing you think is going to last longest, or in order not to take a chance, perhaps list them all. Okay? Now the space that's left over, aside from describing where that grave is, can also be used to give any details about this burial. And in this case, for example, when they had the burial, it was snowing outside, and the pallbearers had a heck of a time getting the casket up the hill and getting it to the plot. So I could write that in too as a little ditty for anybody who gets a hold of the book. Now, of course, we have space for photos here, so I'm going to take a photo of my grandfather and put it in the first spot, and a photo of his grave so that it's easier for people to locate because they can see what it looks like. Okay, and here we have the page. Okay, that's all for today. Tomorrow we're going to take a closer look at the cemetery part of the book, and we'll describe it and show you a few more examples. You guys have a good day.